Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, welcome to another episode of the Skeshbook podcast. We're finally back. We've been out due to coronavirus, the pandemic, and today we're back. We're back, and I don't know. Sashikant is behind me. He's pretending to work right now. So, anyways, yeah. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about sharing my thoughts on ways to do 100 days sketching, ways to make it easier, ways to have fun with it, and also some general updates that what we've been going through. Yeah. Let's get into the podcast. I've lost touch of this whole thing. This is why we put the intro. So we're finally back to podcasting. It's been a while. Coronavirus happened since then. I think this is the third time I'm recording this podcast. I recorded like a normal random podcast before. And I recorded this podcast again, the topic that we're covering today. I recorded that podcast on live stream on Instagram. And I was a bit too conscious, while I was people were like constantly commenting. And I was distracted by that. I need to get into like a flow when I'm sort of talking through things. I don't need any sounds because podcasting is sort of like a meditative art for me, right? I don't think when I talk. I just close my eyes. This is also one of the reasons why I don't look at the camera when I'm podcasting, when I'm talking stuff, because I don't want to think. I'm just letting out free thoughts. That's what I'm doing. So, anyways, man, it's been a really weird, tough 3 months. We've been hit by like a worldwide pandemic. This is the first time I'm addressing that on the podcast. This is the first time, right? So because I think we sort of stopped podcasting around March. La? 3 months aicha. 2 months. Yeah, I think it's 2. I don't think we uploaded a podcast in the past 2 months. I was pretty regular with the podcast uploading, but I don't know what happened and everything fell apart. A lot of defensive play was going on, us adjusting to sort of working around this pandemic situation was what's happening. I've been trying to make in general, my life is like a defensive play at sometimes, meaning I have too many things that I want to do, too many things that I'm doing. It's constantly like I take up too many projects, then I get overwhelmed, then I like pause, then I like just pick 2 or 3 things that I want to do and I'll just start doing that. That's how the cycle happens. Then I get bored that I'm doing just 2 or 3 things, then I'll just pick too many things. Then it's like a repetitive cycle that keeps on going. So I've been sort of on a defensive play. Then the pandemic happened. Then we were trying to work things around. Then I was trying to adjust to like a schedule which never happened, because I wasn't able to sort of work alone in my studio. I think one of the reasons Sashikant is here with me right now, so he's on board. He's the video producer, and one of the things I constantly am trying to bring people around is so that I can work with people rather than just alone with myself, because I'm an extroverted person, or I feel like I'm an extroverted person. I need to be around people. I need to be around people to be accountable and to work. And this working alone at home, at my studio place, it never worked for me. Lately it's been working out well because Sashi is actually staying in the studio. He's like staying 1 week at a time. It's like I need to go. He lives 30 kilometers away from my studio, so 30 or something kilometers, and we need to smuggle him every single time. Like I need to send my dad because he looks older, because if they see young folks like me in a car or in a bike on the street, they'll freaking arrest us. Right? So I need to send my dad, and he has this press ID card which allows him he has this pass or something, and he can go around, and we smuggle him from his place to my place, and he stays like 1 week at a time at my place, which is like a hell of an experience for him. I know how bad it is for people to stay in another place, because I don't like staying anywhere else other than my home. But we had too much leeway. Things had to be done, right? Things had to move on, and here we are. Pandemic, coronavirus, it's going to be here for a while. I think the best thing that we can do is find ways to work around it, because we're not getting a vaccine anytime soon. and things aren't, especially India's, it's in so early days of its rise to like the top. I think India will definitely come to the top. I believe in my country. Right, at least we'll make it at the top on this one, right? So yeah, the cases are rising. 25,000 cases or something. I don't know. Daily என்ன எத்தனை cases வருது? 19,000. 90,000 cases per day. 19. அதான்டா 19. God, Jesus, see, 19,000 cases per day. I know US is out there on the top. Good, congratulations, US. 50,000 cases per day. You guys are doing fantastic. But I'm so proud of you guys. And then I'm proud of Indians. My fellow Indian brothers and sisters. We need to beat the states right now, people. 19,000 is not enough. We need to go out. Go and mix in with people. We need to increase our cases, right? For those who don't get sarcasm, this is called sarcasm, by the way. Hopefully the Indian government doesn't listen to this and arrest me for encouraging people to go out. So also the past couple of weeks has been like a total wake-up call for me to realize the fact that we live in a pretty strict totalitarian-ish government. And if you criticize them, you'll be arrested. So I think I'll keep it right there because I don't want to get arrested. Right? So cops, man. Cops are awesome. Yeah, go cops. Anyways, I don't want to get into politics. I'll come to the topic of the video, which is 100 days of sketching. We are on day 64 or 65. I lost track. I every single time, I don't keep track of the days which I'm on. I just look at my calendar and I like add the days with like I'll just do like a mental addition every single time. That is what I do. So we're on day 64 or 65. It's been amazing. It's been such a wonderful experience for me during this challenge. A lot of ups and downs, and that is exactly the reason why I'm calling it a wonderful experience, because this challenge humbles me and makes me realize that I don't have to, or I don't need to, or I cannot create a wonderful, quote unquote, a wonderful, perfect piece every day. And it's not possible. There's going to be ups and downs, like in life, and I need to come to terms with that thing. So this challenge is like a humbling experience and a fun experience, because I've made more good quality portfolio style pieces more in the past 60 days than I have had in the past 3 months before the challenge. So that's like a cool thing, right? I've been making more, creating more. It's like throwing darts in the dartboard. You keep throwing lots of darts, and if a guy throws 100 darts at the dartboard, you have more chances of landing those darts in the spots that you want than a guy who's throwing 10 darts at the dartboard, right? So that is how this thing sort of works. And this challenge sort of reminds me of that lesson. So that is one. So the thing that I wanted to do, sort of share in this podcast, is 10 tips for 100 days of sketching. 10 things that I want to sort of share with people that might actually help them to sort of do a better job on this challenge, not take this thing seriously, because this is by far the easiest challenge on the internet. And I think we as people make it hard on ourselves, and these tips can help you sort of make it easy again and make good quality portfolio style pieces and drawings and improve your skill and be happy and all that thing. You get the idea. So 10 tips for 100 days of sketching. So number 1, which you need to remember, is when in doubt, just draw for 6 minutes. That is the core fundamental rule of this challenge. You just need to draw or sketch for 6 minutes, not 60 minutes. You don't have to create like a perfect piece every day. You don't have to spend 3 hours working on an illustration piece. You just need to draw for 6 minutes and post it. Simple as that. You don't have to post it. Posting is an extra thing. By the way, we're doing a contest with XP Pen, right? So as per the rules of that contest, you just have to post every day. But you don't have to, if you're not taking part in that contest, if you're just working on the 100 days of sketching challenge, you don't have to post every day. I'm not setting any rules. You be honest with yourself and you do your own thing. Posting helps, actually. That is the thing. So when you're in doubt, when you feel you're so tired on a particular day that you don't have any ideas to draw, or you see the prompt of the day and you're not able to come up with anything good or cool or a perfect piece of sorts, just forget about everything. Just sketch some random scribbles for 6 minutes. That's it. And what happens when you do that is you sort of start scribbling, you start creating something, and you not putting any expectations on that thing, you not putting any pressure on that thing, will sort of lead you to make something good. And that's what's happening for me in the past couple of days, which is I've stopped putting my pressure on myself to create like an illustration piece. If I just sketch for 6 minutes today, that's it. That's more than enough. If I do more, it's better. If I do less, completely fine. Do not do less than 6 minutes. But what happened was I've been creating some good quality pieces just by focusing on for 6 minutes. By the way, I think you're hearing some cooker sounds. I live in an apartment, or my studio is in an apartment. My studio is an apartment. So, people, usually it's 11 o'clock right now, 12 o'clock, they're cooking lunch, cooking rice, Indian dish, right? So they're cooking rice. So you'll be hearing some cooker noises. So that is number one. When you're in doubt, when you feel like quitting the challenge, when you feel like stopping, don't do that. Just focus on drawing or sketching for 6 minutes. All right. So that is number one. See, like another example is me. I'm not putting pressure on this podcast to sort of for it to be perfect. I'm just letting all the sounds and all the things around me distract me. And, this is fun. I'm not caring. So good thing is a good thing you can do is don't care, right? Don't care, just put in the work. So number two would be stop trying to make a perfect illustration piece or perfect drawing every day. You don't have to create a perfect drawing on this challenge every day. The thing is, you cannot create a perfect drawing every day on this challenge. You'll have ups and downs. Your skill will go up and down, up and down, and up and down throughout the entirety of the challenge. You'll go through phases where you're bored. You'll go through phases where you're extremely high. You'll go through phases where you're feeling like crap. You'll go through phases where you're feeling like superstar, right? That is going to be a norm on this challenge. And you cannot hit 100% every day. You cannot even hit 75% every day. Like for most people, it's not possible. You'll be like, you can hit a consistent 50 to 65% every day. That's like an easy thing to do. There will be days where you are at 85%. There will be days where you're at 100%. There will be days where you're at 25%. So that's going to happen. So don't put the pressure of wanting to create a perfect piece. And here's a tip for those people who are participating in the XP Pen challenge, right? That we're doing in collaboration with XP Pen. By the way, shout out XP Pen, big heart people. They're so nice. And they've just, they're giving away stuff for free for people who are participating on this challenge. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much, XP Pen. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so for the XP Pen challenge, for people who are participating, the thing is, you just need to post consistently, and you just need to show proof of skill throughout the entirety of the challenge. You just need to show that you're improving. You need to show that you're making good quality pieces here and there. And the people who make more good quality pieces will obviously have a better chance at winning. So just focus on 6 minutes a day. Then on days where you can do really well, do a good piece. On the days where you cannot, right, where you can't do anything, just leave it. It's all right. It's fun. Just do the minimum 6 minutes and call it a day. That's the point of this challenge. So stop trying to make a perfect piece every day. So number 3 would be put in the work and just show up. This is the part where you stop caring about things, right? So don't get too emotionally invested in this challenge. The coolest part about this challenge is I'm learning so many lessons that I can use in my personal life, right? Even though I'm not using it, that's another thing, right? It's just very hard, right? Like people are extremely brilliant in one thing and they can be extremely stupid in another thing, the recent times have sort of showed me that, because I've seen a lot of these people that I'm following online, and they are like extremely brilliant in their field, and they have been lately expressing some political opinions, and I can see that they've been extremely stupid in that particular area. So it's like it sort of makes me wonder that how people so intelligent, right? They're not stupid people, right? They're so intelligent in their field. They have good things, but they lack, say, a certain perspective on another field, and they put out crappy information and news and opinions out there, which they don't even know that they're doing the wrong thing. And see, that's one of the reasons I stay silent, because I know that I'm not good at this thing. So I stay silent, and I try to stay humble and don't talk about things that I do not understand. I really hope most people do that, but we have a lot of crap being spewed on the internet. Anyways, that's my opinion. See? So just don't care about the challenge, and stop caring about things. Just show up and put in the work. I don't know why I said that example. I completely forgot about that thing. Man, the cooker thing, everything is just coming in right now, right? I'm going to keep going. I don't care. So this is one of the easiest challenges on the internet, and I don't want people to quit on this thing, right? I don't want people to sort of quit and stop and say this challenge was too hard, when in fact this could possibly be the easiest challenge on the planet. I'm not even underestimating, because it is the easiest challenge on the planet. I mean, if there is another easiest challenge, that could be my other challenge called the 1 line a day challenge, where you just draw 1 line a day and you call it a day. I don't think things can get easier than that. Or if you can introduce like a 1 dot a day or something like that. I don't know. You should check that video out, 1 line a day, right? I think the cooker is constantly whistling right now. That means it's gonna stop in a few seconds. So good news. So yeah, put in the work and show up, and don't care too much. Don't get emotionally invested in this thing, and know that you can learn a lot of lessons from this challenge just by showing up and consistently putting in the work and consistently just doing the thing. Just do it. And here's another thing that I want to share. One of the differences between my current self and my past naive young self is that the idea that every day should be high, every day should be fun, every day should be so good and awesome, and every step of the way is really fun. What I've realized is most of the days are crappy, and you live and you work for the days where things are really going good, right? And that thing rarely happens. And when it does happen, it's fine. It's good. I might evolve my perspective on this in the coming future. Who knows? So this is my current perspective, though. So that is one. That is number 3. So number 4 would be forget about 100 days and do today. So this is like a quick tip, which is, stop thinking in terms of 100 days and just focus on doing a drawing or doing the thing for today. Look at us, look at me. I didn't even realize this, but we're on day 64. That's like almost more than half of the challenge is done. I just have like 40 more days to go, and before I close and open my eyes, I think the next 40 days will be gone. So, and the reason that is happening is because I'm just focusing on just drawing for today and posting things for today and doing the best for today. Man, that's like a very good advice, isn't it? I think I need to apply that to my fitness and work and things like that. I think I'll probably do that. I'll try to apply that over there. See, I'm stupid in those areas. I might be good at drawing. I'm stupid in other areas. So yeah. So that is one. So just focus on drawing for today and don't think about 100 days. And at the end of 100 days, you'll be like, man, I drew for 100 days. I think I might do it for another 100 days, something like that, So just focus on today. Number 5 would be, if you skip a day, be back the next day. So don't miss 2 days. This is for people who felt like they've skipped a day or not. I don't think it's like a question of feeling. It's like you either skip a day or you don't skip a day. It's binary. So if you have skipped a day, just don't worry about it. Pick up where you left off and finish this challenge. So if you have skipped too many days, it's all right. Think of this challenge for what it is, which is 100 days of sketching. It doesn't have to be 100 consecutive days of sketching. It's 100 days of sketching. It's 100 repetitions that you do. You're throwing 100 darts at the dartboard. Remember, you're just throwing darts. Just because you've missed throwing dart number 52 on the dartboard and 53 and 54 and 55 doesn't mean that you have to stop doing this thing. Take away all the other 50 darts that you have thrown. You have to remove that and start throwing again, right? You don't have to do that. You can continue where you left off. Think of 100 repetitions, 100 counts, 100 things rather than 100 consecutive streak or days. Don't think about days. So that is number 5. Number 6 would be you're halfway through, right? If you want to make a challenge interesting, right? If you want to make this challenge interesting, do a little project or have a theme. So this is one of these advices that I don't personally follow because I have too many projects going on already. I don't want to burden myself. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to finish off my people folk project during this challenge. I think I'll probably finish off my people folk project. I'll make one today. See, I'll make one people folk drawing today. I just have 2 more drawings. It's a 10 illustration project. I'm done with 8. I just need to do 2 more. If I do that, I'm done with it. So you can use this challenge to do like mini projects here and there. Like allocate yourself like 7 days, 14 days, or 21 days, or 30 days, something like that. Do a project. You don't have to do a project for the entirety of the challenge, or you can do that too, like work on one single project for the entirety of the challenge, or you can just pick 7 days, 10 days, 14 days, 21 days, or how many days you want, or a month or 2 or thing or here and there. Just do a project like a comic book, an illustration piece, a series of illustrations. If you want a good resource of what projects you can do, you can check out Jake Parker's video on product, not project. It's on his YouTube channel. He gives like a 10 list of items or project ideas that you can do. It's a very good list. I love that video. Highly recommend you listen to that. So yeah, you can give yourself a little project or have a theme. Number 7. This whole thing is like then this. I don't know how to sort of tell this whole thing like a story. So yeah, anyways, 4 more points. Number 7 would be give yourself little challenges throughout this challenge. Weird, right? Give yourself mini little challenges. So one of the challenges I tried here and there is to draw more traditionally, which sort of worked. And another thing was to draw a bit more freely, don't care about things and just draw stuff, right? So I keep giving myself little assignments. Maybe that is a better way to phrase this whole thing. Give yourself little assignments, sort of very similar to projects and themes. Give yourself little assignments throughout this challenge, 100 Days of Sketching Challenge, which will sort of help you grow. Like, hey, draw hands for 10 days, draw heads for 10 days, draw 7 human body figures, or something like that, right? Give yourself little themes and challenges, and that will really help you improve in a tangible way. Number 8, try something new, like an art style. So this is a cool part. I've been trying a lot of painting during this challenge, which I thought was not possible. I made a couple of full-on painted illustrations. I've made like a mixture painterly styled illustrations. I've made like a full-on painted poster, which I'm making a video about. That thing will be out tomorrow. This podcast will also be sort of out in a day or 2. So I've been learning painting. I've been trying painting, and I've been working. This is another update, which is I've been working with a special artist who I won't name. Very good painter, very good character designer and painter, and I'm working with them to make a class or a lesson on good high quality painting fundamentals and basics. So because that's something that I want to learn myself, and I'm learning it from them. So see, you can try something new, like an art style that you can do throughout this challenge. So try painting. That's another thing. Number 9 would be share your work and be accountable. Post your work online, especially during this challenge. You don't have to post every single time, right? And also know that your followers are going to get bored, because people are boring on a day-to-day basis. That's the reality of things, right? On social media, we see highlight of things, right? You just see the highlight of my life. When you get to know me on a day-to-day basis, you realize that I'm a normal human being who's just as boring as you are, right? Not every single one of my days is like filled with fun and cool YouTube video transitions and colorful language and things like that, right? And not every single thing I say comes with a transition card with colorful backgrounds and animated texts. And not all my days start with a super cool intro music, right? And not my days end with the word Finn, right? So people are boring. That is the fact of life. I'm so pessimistic. It's all because of the pandemic, I'm telling you. So know that people will be bored with your daily posting. Some days will be fun, some days it won't be. but post. Keep posting. Don't make it hard on yourself to post, but post your stuff, share your stuff, at least on the stories if you're not participating on the XP Pen challenge, right? If you don't want to cloud your account with bad work, that is fine. But it's highly recommended that you post. It's not recommended. It's part of the rules for the XP Pen challenge. If you're sort of participating in that, you need to post daily, because there is no other way for us to keep track whether you've actually, consistently participated. So this will make you accountable, right? I cannot even think even for a single second of missing a day on this challenge. It's impossible for me to miss a day on this challenge, because I'm accountable to 122,000 people, 21,000 people, right? 121,000 people. I'm accountable to those folks. I don't want to look like an ass in front of them, right? And my post reaches like 45,000 of those 121,000 people. And the Instagram algorithm sucks, but yeah, half and half, not a bad number. So I don't want to look like an ass in front of 45,000 people, right? It sounds weird. Hey guys, I'm sorry. I'm so busy today. I forgot to draw for just 6 minutes. Yeah, I don't think they'll be okay with that. Keshav, get your shit together and go draw for 6 minutes. So yeah, that's number 9. And last but not least, last point of the day, folks, give yourself some constraints. Give yourself some constraints. If you want to be creative, this is something that I'm learning. This is very, very important. Listen to me carefully. Constraints equals freedom. I need to say that again to myself, because I logically get it, but it's been a while for me to sort of understand that thing. Constraints gives you freedom. It's like Jocko Willink, ex-Navy SEAL, said, right? Discipline equals freedom. I was like, how can discipline be freedom? Go through a day where you don't plan anything, just doing random things on random times, and just do whatever the hell you want, and see how that day goes, and go through a day where you have some sort of like a plan. You don't have to be a tyrant to yourself and say, oh, I need to wake up at 9 o'clock, brush my teeth at 9:10, and I'm not talking about that, right? See the difference. You'll know that, having some constraints, having some rules and boundaries for yourself helps. It really helps. And like that, in art, having some constraints helps. So some of the constraints that I've been giving myself lately is, right, if I don't have any drawing for the day or idea for the day, I'll just draw myself under that prompt. And if I'm taking up an illustration piece, I'll tell myself, what are the constraints that I'm going to give myself? Okay, I'm going to do this like this, in this style. I need to do it within this time. I need to do it by this deadline. I need to sort of send this theme across, or send this story across. These are all like the constraints that I give myself. And my artworks are way, way, way better if I give myself constraints, instead of just letting myself loose and, I'm going to create whatever I want. It never works most of the time, weirdly. I don't know. I might change most of my perspectives on this as I grow older, but these are my current thoughts, right? These are my current ideas. So give yourself constraints, and those would be my 10 tips, right? 10 tips to get through this 100 days of sketching challenge. Just have fun. Just focus on drawing for 6 minutes. Just don't even think about all these tips. That would be tip number 11. Forget every other tip which I just said, right, on this podcast, and just listen to number 1, the tip number 1, the idea number 1. When in doubt, draw for 6 minutes, or just focus on drawing for 6 minutes. That's it, right? Just focus on that. Let things happen on their own, and you'll be so surprised as to like how much things can happen on their own if you just focus on the thing that you need to do, and whatever the thing that you're doing, just do it well, and the rest of the things will take care of itself, right? Just put in the work, show up, do it for 6 minutes, do the minimum. If you can, do the max, do more. If you cannot, just do the 6 minutes. You will consistently improve rather than just, sort of like improving here and there. So that'll be like a consistent improvement. I have some good surprises after this challenge ends, which I want to sort of show people, where I'm sort of going to continue doing this challenge constantly, but I'm just going to draw for 6 minutes, and I'm just going to, I'm going to I'm gonna do some things. We'll see. So yeah, those are the tips. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Hope you're drawing while you were doing this thing. Hope you were sort of doing your 100 days of sketching prompt. That'll be so awesome. And it's so cool that over 100,000 people have participated in this, in our 100,000 drawings have been created as part of this challenge. Man, 100,000 drawings. Look at that. Keshav Ratnavel, 5 years back, used to get 3 likes for an Instagram post. Now you're able to sort of create something where 100,000 people, 2,000 people on a daily basis have collectively created 100,000 drawings. We've been collectively productive during this pandemic period. Instead of whining and complaining and sitting at home, worrying about how bad the world is, we have done something useful, because no matter what we do or whatever thing happens, time is going to go, right? Time is going to constantly go, and we've done something useful. Good luck to you. Good job. Thanks to all those 100,000 drawings. Appreciate that, and keep creating, keep drawing, do well, and I'll see you guys in another podcast. Bye-bye.